All right, so Terence Crawford said he's turned off from Errol Spence, and he also went on to say that it ain't my fault why the fight didn't happen. And he's saying that people now can start to see that. So let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button is the bell icon button, hit all notification. Appreciate us get notifications. We go live or drop a video. He did a nice little interview with the Zone. Now, real quick, they asked him who was the investors. Was they black? Was it BLK Prime, or who were they? He said he wasn't gonna answer that question. He said Errol Spence lied when he said that that he withhold the investor's name from him. He said that he a lie. He said he's a lie. He said that when he withhold the names from him, he said he didn't. And Errol lying about that, about not knowing who the investors or where the money was coming from and all that. He spoke to Al, but other than that, he said that he hadn't spoke to Errol. Since then, he said he don't know if they mad because he spilled the beans, or will they be able to pick up negotiations after that, and this, that, and the third. And like I said before, he said Al a cool guy, but at the end of the day, it's only so much slander you're gonna deal with, especially when Errol come out and say some shit and he wasn't even there. And he lying. He had no choice. And this is a dude who been mumming the whole negotiation process. It's only so much you can take. Honestly. It's only so much you can take. It is what it is, but I mean, I don't know what they want the man to do. He don't speak, it's a problem. He speak, it's a problem. What's so funny is it's funny how everybody can, how much power niggas on YouTube got. They couldn't monetize them because you don't want to do interviews. These the same niggas on YouTube who praise Marshawn Lynch for doing the same thing to the NFL media. Real talk. Same ones. A lot of times there's be a lot of inconsistency, and I understand there's exceptions to the rule more than anybody else, but just let you know how much power words got. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is just pimpology. If you could pimp a group of people, you could pimp a group of men. It's a manly sport. And shout out to the females too. You could pimp a couple of dudes to send money. And your opinion don't be adding up. You be lying. You be capping. Look what you can do what you imagine what pastors do to patrons in the church or females in the church. Same thing. Pimping, and people just think of pimping as, put a hole in the straw, put on a strip, get my money. It's words, bro. Women fall victim to words. But nonetheless, you heard what he said. So he says Terence Crawford said he's turned off. He turned off about fighting Errol Spence after coming up empty in attempts to negotiate a fight with an unbeaten 3-belt unified welterweight superstar. He said, I've turned off from Spence, said Crawford on his own when asked if he's still interested in fighting Spence. Jr., he said the mission is still the same, to give the fans the fight that they want to see. But at the same time, I just want everything to be fair. That's all I'm asking for. I don't feel like it was fair. He said the Crawford moved to 54. He said, I don't know. That's not my main focus. That's not what I'm worried about, said Crawford, about to move to 54 to look for better opportunities. As I said before, I have reason is my main focus, and that's what I'm focused on. That's my main priority. So for the most part, he said he tuned him off because he tuning out going to 54 right now because he focused on 54. And he did speak on Virgil Ortiz. He said Virgil Ortiz was my mandatory before Sean Porter, and they ain't pushed the petition button. Now, apparently somebody told me that Robert Garcia, when he was working with Virgil, it was on the boxing voice, and they said they wasn't quite ready for that, and that's understandable. The fighter always gonna be ready. Virgil Ortiz posed to believe. So I don't know if the daddy feel the same way or whatever, but like I said before, fine, take your time, because you want to make sure you do it right. No slips, no falls. So so for the most part, he pretty much saying that he just focused on Alvarez right now. He said he hoped to pick up negotiations with Bud, I mean with Errol, but like I said before, you gotta tune in on our region because one thing that boy can do, he can punch. That's one thing he can do. He can punch. So, um, and you got to respect that. So they asked him, was he still in his prime? And he said, yeah, of course I'm still in my prime. You know what I'm saying? So that shouldn't be no excuse if you do turn around and lose. You say you're in your prime. Not saying it and being in your prime is two different things for sure. One day you wake up feeling good, you get in the ring, you ain't the same no more. So I mean, you know, he said he down to fight, Virgil Ortiz. Now I don't know if his opinion on going to 54 changed, or he just dialed in on Alpha Region and eventually Errol Spence. But at the end of the day, dude, he said he just wanted a fair shake, and that's not what they do. That's not what they do. Like I said, I had a conversation with somebody on the phone that, they was like, well, they don't like new people over there. Not new fighters. They don't like new people over there, and that's very, very suspicious. That's very suspicious. Dude, man, dude, there's so much stuff that I want to say, but I'm just gonna hold on to. Seriously. But if somebody acting like they got something to hide, then they got something to hide. It could be good or bad. It could be a surprise for you. Well, surprise could be bad, but you see them, you catch my drift. So I don't know. So they don't like working with new people. That's what I can't say. That's what I will say. And it's a reason for that. Every new person you let in your circle is a new person that can hurt you. So the way that this doing all everything that you hear, how he moved from people, not just folk tales or fairy tales, just everything you hear from people, dude, about him, dude. He moved like a dude who got something to hide, dude. Now, if he was on the NBA grand scale or something like that, he wouldn't have survived as long. So he just moved like some guy. He said he wanted a fair shake. Now, would they spin the block and give him a fair shake? If I'm a betting man, I say no. If I'm a betting man, just knowing how they move over there, their offer gonna be worse, where it's not gonna be no communication. That's just my opinion. Don't make it fact, you know. But I think he can move on, bro. And then he also talked about, he said he got businesses and if he wanted to, he said it's not about the money. He said, I could walk away from boxing and my family would still be good. He said, I'm boxing, based on for the love of the sport. That's what he said. He said he could walk away right now and still be good. So it ain't just about the money, but then at the same time, I put my life on the line. I want to be compensated. But anybody that watched that know Al Heyman, everybody knew this was coming, bro. Ain't gonna be no fear. If him and Bob couldn't work out a fair deal, what make you think he about to work out a fair deal with, whoever representing you, or if you negotiating straight up? He trying to pimp you like them, but the difference is you ain't no young prospect that don't know shit. You've been around the block. And it's the same thing with the Floyd Schofield kid. His daddy not no dummy. He should be happy to have somebody look out for him like that. The young kid don't know what none of that shit mean. And 50 Cent had like Ryan Martin in a similar deal I was reading. It's hard. It's dangerous when you can't trust your own people. You wonder why these dudes go with white agents and agents that look like the other and all that stuff. I don't blame them. Papoose, he did an interview on Drink Champs, and he was talking about how Nas wanted to sign him to Def Jam or sign him to a deal, and K Slade looked at the deal, said the deal was a slave deal. Well, I'm gonna put words in. He said the deal wasn't right. He said the deal wasn't right. That's what he said. The deal wasn't right. That's the man said the deal wasn't right. So it'll be your own people. Look at what Diddy did. throughout his career, how many people, black people he did. Craig Mack died. He the reason it was a bad boy. Not Biggie, Craig Mack. Didn't send flowers to his funeral or nothing. Then he want to try to help Black Rob and it's way too late. I mean, it's a special place for people like them. Trust me. It's a real special place. Them dudes don't always sleep well at night, dude. No matter how callous your heart is, but nonetheless, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit on notification, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Other than that, man, hit the boxing news playlist, welterweight playlist. You can go listen to the whole interview over at the Zone YouTube channel. Shout out to them. Peace.